From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Monday, June 15th. Today, the Supreme Court ruled that a landmark civil rights law protects gay and lesbian people from discrimination in employment. The court decided that a key provision of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that bars job discrimination because of sex, among other reasons, encompasses bias against gay and lesbian workers. The court says the ruling also protects transgender people from workplace bias. Protesters took to an interstate in Atlanta last night near the site of another controversial shooting by police. It all happened at a Wendy's, which is now burned to the ground. Protesters set it on fire. And now the medical examiner is calling this death a homicide. On Friday, officers say they found Rayshard Brooks asleep in his car at the drive-thru. Police video shows a largely peaceful encounter for about 40 minutes before it spiraled into violence. Officers say they tried to arrest Brooks after a failed sobriety test, but he resisted. Videos show that he took an officer's taser and fired it at police and then was running off when an officer fired 2 shots, hitting him in the back. The district attorney says a decision on charges against the officer will likely come this week. That officer has been fired, and Atlanta's police chief has stepped down. A lawyer for Brooks' family says that's not enough. An investigation is underway. Calls for police reform have topped many of the conversation lately. House Majority Whip James Clyburn was on CNN's State of the Union over the weekend. The Democrat says no one is going to defund the police, but he says law enforcement needs to be restructured and reimagined. Senator Tim Scott says he's not sure there will ever be a law establishing use of force by police officers. The South Carolina Republican made the comment on NBC's Meet the Press. Senator Scott will be the one to present the GOP's package of policing changes this week on Capitol Hill. He's been crafting the legislation. The GOP legislation does share some similar goals with Democratic legislation. It includes new restrictions on police chokeholds and other practices. President Trump is signaling his support for many of its provisions. The House Judiciary Committee is set to consider the bill Wednesday. House lawmakers are scheduled to return to Washington next week for a vote. And here in Indianapolis over the weekend, protesters took to the streets downtown with a message: your vote matters. Protesters made their way from the Capitol to the War Memorial and finally to the Monument Circle yesterday for the Monumental March. Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings and Butler basketball coach LaVall Jordan were also taking part in it. There was one different thing at this protest. Each stop had voter registration tables. Organizers tell us they also want to see more people working the polls so more can open in Marion County. The organizers hope that the voices speaking out against injustice grow come Election Day. Casinos in Indiana can officially reopen today. That includes Hoosier Park in Anderson and Indiana Grand in Shelbyville. They reopened at 6 o'clock this morning with reduced capacity. If you go, you'll get a temperature check at the door and will have to wear a mask while playing table games. Slot machines will be spaced out for social distancing. Sports books, buffets, and VIP lounges will stay closed until further notice. And also happening today, the City County building in downtown Indy will partially reopen for court cases and police services. There are a few changes due to the pandemic. Masks or face coverings are required inside the building. If you don't have one, the city will provide you one. You'll have to stand 6 feet apart while waiting at the security checkpoint. All other city and county agencies will reopen next Monday. Juvenile courts reopen July 6th. The Indianapolis Public Library also begins the first phase of its reopening today. The Central Library, East 38th Street, Franklin Road, Hawville, Nora, and Pike branches will all reopen with limited capacity. You are asked to wear a mask and practice good social distancing. The hours have changed. Branches are now open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, except the Central Library, which closes at 5 on Fridays and Saturdays. Sunday hours are from noon to 5 p.m. You can still use the curbside delivery. The state health department now says anyone who wants a COVID-19 test can get one for free. They are available at more than 200 sites across the state, including dozens in central Indiana. The tests are through Optum. Sites range from pharmacies to urgent care centers to Walmart parking lots. If you'd like to find the site closest to you, just head to our website, wishtv.com, and look for the headline, Free COVID-19 Test. This has been your News 8 Daily 8. For Wish TV, I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.